Alright guys, this is going to be a quick analysis on Argentina versus Saudi Arabia. What went wrong, what went right, and all in between. So let's get straight to the facts. So Messi gets a penalty committed, a controversial penalty. They had to go to VAR on this one. The Saudi Arabia player was holding him, and to be honest, it's up in the air whether if it was a penalty or not. We've seen rougher challenges, but the ref decided to award a penalty. So they do, and Messi doesn't shy away from it. He converts it strongly. Then in the 29th minute, Martinez ends up getting a goal disallowed offside. You might wonder whether this was maybe a tipping point for Argentina in the sense that they were only just up one goal against Saudi Arabia. The 2-0 would have definitely sentenced Saudi Arabia with no way coming back. But the goal got disallowed. So they go on to halftime 1-0. And if we look at the stats real quick, in the first half, Argentina just dominated the whole game. Saudi Arabia had no shots on target. Martinez, the goalie for Argentina, was not tested any way whatsoever. Nothing. And Argentina had 5 goals, 5 goal attempts, 2 shots on target, 1 block shot. But overall, it was the Argentina party. Now, in the second half, things changed. Things did change a bit. And boy, oh boy, did we get to see what Saudi Arabia was all about, despite the fact that Argentina had 74% possession, even a bigger ball possession more than in the first half. And Saudi Arabia had 26% possession. It goes to show that possession is not everything when it comes to football. It is not. Because Saudi Arabia had 3 shots attempts and 2 shots on goal, and they converted both of them, and that was enough to seal the victory for them. And you can see right here, Al Sheri, 48th minute, a goal coming off the dressing room. Saudi Arabia was not going to hold back, and they were going to go directly at Argentina. It goes to show that they were not afraid. They had nothing to lose at this point. They're facing one of the favorites of the whole tournament to at least reach the semifinals. They score on them. Argentina is shell-shocked. They end up saying, all right, 1-1, it's not a big deal. But then Dasari says, we're taking this game, and they go up 1-2. Now Argentina start getting a little nervous because afterwards they make 2 substitutions, and Alvarez from Manchester City and Martinez and Enzo Fernandez. They make 3 substitutions, and you can see it was such a brawl, a battle in the final dying minutes. You can see how many yellow cards Saudi Arabia accumulated at the end of the game. And it was just insane because the ref had also added like 14 minutes to the game, and Argentina was just all over them, But Saudi Arabia was able to hold off and get the win. And it's just surprising. It's just very, very surprising because this was supposed to be Argentina's 3 points in the bag. Just like we saw yesterday in the first match, England versus Iran. You could say that England was poised to take those 3 points. And Argentina today was supposed to take those 3 points. But it's like Saudi Arabia just woke up today and said, we are not going to be afraid of this giant, of the South America champions that took down Brazil in the Copa America. They defied all odds and made history today. Saudi Arabia, kudos, hats off to them, because they just showed why we love this game so much, that you do not that we see the usual stories of the David versus Goliath, and Saudi Arabia was able to slay and come out on top the giant. I'm so excited to see Saudi Arabia. What can they do, and can they get out of the group? Can Argentina bounce back? It'll be a disaster for this Argentina team if they cannot escape the group stage. If they lost against Saudi Arabia, watch out, because Mexico and Poland are not going to be easier rivals than Saudi Arabia. We're just going to have to find out. But for today, we can all just congratulate Saudi Arabia, and for Argentina to raise questions over what can they do now. Shake off this loss, because it is in front of the whole world, and everyone's going to be watching their next match.